Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. This is Roger Chowdhury, signing in for the BFN, the Business Financial Network. And today we're looking forward to our segment, the Stock Radar. We're discovering another juicy emerging asset class in the expanding sector of esports. The popularity of esports has been snowballing for years, leading to a now captive audience of over 454 million people worldwide and a projected audience of 645 million people by 2022. Direct brand sponsorships and advertising is the largest revenue stream in esports and accounts for over 40% of the market. We here at the BFN are pleased to share ESE Entertainment, the next generation of esports. Symbol ESE on the TSX Venture and symbol ENTEF on the OTC in the US. This company provides the infrastructure and the expertise for esports publishers to reach their intended audiences. So let's not waste any time and dive on in. Beautiful website, large list of sponsors. ESE Entertainment is a Europe-based entertainment and technology company focused on gaming and esports. The company has physical and digital assets across the globe. Okay. Wow. Wow, impressive. Financials, acquisitions, sponsorships, partnerships, NFTs, great. Awesome. Awesome. Let's look a little closer. The company was founded in 2019 by Konrad Wasela, a former professional football player. Today, ESE has grown to consist of multiple assets and world-class operators in the gaming and esport industries. Our capabilities include, but are not limited to, physical infrastructure, broadcasting, global distribution for gaming and esports-related content, advertising, sponsorship support, and a growing esport team franchise. Okay, let's check out the management team. At ESE, our team brings more than 50 plus years of combined experience in the entertainment and sports industry to ensure transparency, longevity, and results. CEO and founder, Konrad Wasela. Konrad is the founder and CEO of ESE Entertainment. Outside of the esports industry, he is also the founder of a global real estate holdings and private equity firm. Great. Chief Financial Officer Robert Kang. Mr. Kang was previously with the TMX Group and served most recently as a Director of Listings for the TSX Venture Exchange. Mr. Kang has also served on the executive board of over 15 publicly traded companies. Wow. Director of EU Operations, Jędrzej Staszewski. Jędrzej is the founder of the Polish League of American Football and its CED. He also has 19 years of experience in professional sports and 3 years of direct experience in the esports industry. Head of Strategy, Michal Mango. Michal has 12 years of experience in sport marketing strategies and 10 years directly in the esports industry. He also is the co-founder of the first sociological study on esports and gaming in Poland. Oh, wow. Cool. They got some career opportunities. Expanding esports. ESE is diversified with valuable resources globally and uniquely positioned to capitalize on the hottest consumer trends for the evolving video game industry. The company remains committed to pushing the boundary while solidifying our reputation as a leader to our investors, partners, and clients. So they have a portfolio of assets that they've acquired. So they have acquired all these assets and they're continuing to acquire more. And from what I hear, these assets have revenue targets that they need to meet before they're able to participate in the equity of ESE, which I find is really imperative. Making acquisitions and putting milestones towards their revenues. So let's check out the investors. Investing into gaming. ESE investors. Diversified business model. Global esports platform. Strong management team. Exceptional market opportunity. Great. So you know what? The manager team actually sent me the investor deck, updated version. What are esports? Value chain coverage and revenue streams. Gaming, full gaming value chain from hardware manufacturing to service providers. Software, hardware distribution, service provision. Esports, value chain related to organizing, participating in, and executing competitive gaming events, tournaments, and leagues. Media rights, sponsorship, advertising, tickets, and online entry. So they have an example of an esports event. The market. Global esports revenues surpassed 1 billion with an impressive year-on-year growth of 25%. Esports pros earning more than traditional athletes. This is huge. I remember hearing about this. This is really, really intense when you really look at this and you see kids that are getting paid to play these video games making 15 million to play these video games, and there's people that have been in professional sports that are making a fraction of that. There definitely is something going on in this space that you need to pay attention to. Global esports revenue growth. So they're breaking down merchandise and tickets, game publisher fees, brand investment revenues. So in 2017, it was 655 million in revenues. And it's grown 32%, 26%, and 22% expected year over year in 2022. Wow. To 1.7 billion. That's crazy. Europe is one of the largest markets in the world. So this team in Poland welcomed 173,000 fans that created 46 million unique online views at the world's biggest esports event in history. Wow, that's big. So in Germany, there's 13 million. In Poland, there's 11 million esports fans. In Spain, there's 8.4 million. In Sweden, there's 1.6 million. Wow. So $350 million in 2019 in EU esports revenues and 583 million online population and 32 million esports enthusiasts. Huge numbers here. Getting a sliver of market share is huge. Executive summary. Core business lines, technology, infrastructure, gaming franchises. Company highlights. Emerging position as a global esports platform. The global market is primed for consolidation. Diversified business model. Scalable through technology and gaming franchise. Exceptional market opportunity. Gaming is a global megatrend with esports leading the way. Recently completed acquisitions. So this is where WPG and DMS transactions to increase revenue, expand tier 1 client base, and strengthen technology stack. This website has changed just to make sure everyone knows here. It's www.esegaming.com. North American HQ in Vancouver, Canada. European HQ in Warsaw, Poland. Huge corner here on the bottom left. Partners and sponsors. Porsche, Nuvea, huge company with a $1 billion market cap. Orlen, huge oil magnate. Red Bull, LG. There's some really big players when you do your due diligence on this company. And you can do so on their website. Company assets. Becoming a dominant player in esports and gaming through a 360 approach, leveraging current assets, strategic acquisitions, market expansion, and technological innovation. Technology, digital tournament software, licensing revenue. E-commerce, product sales and affiliate revenue. Simulation racing, 3D track scanning revenue. Infrastructure, scalable service revenue. Support, fan engagement for esports and sports, OTT. Bespoke solutions with a dedicated team of agents. E-commerce support, monetization, fan retention, and improved ROI. Gaming franchise, media rights, sale of rights of esports events, professional esports team, sponsorships winnings, wholly owned and managed leagues, setup fee, and entry fee. So these are all the franchises that they've acquired. They recently acquired Frenzy, which is a huge broadcasting studio. They have another video here for their 360 solution for gaming and esports. Another digital tournament. You guys can check this out on your own. So locations: Vancouver, Toronto, Dublin, Cologne, Warsaw, Portugal, Bucharest, and they're going to be in Singapore and in Los Angeles. Opportunity: no dominant infrastructure company powering esports. Fragmented channels have made it difficult for esports companies to generate revenue compared to traditional sports. Lack of standardization: unlike a traditional sports league, difficult to secure for rights on behalf of teams. Lack of permanent digital and physical infrastructure for supporting events. Difficult to manage global broadcasting and advertising channels. Solution: ESE, a world-class esports infrastructure company. Software for events and tournaments, physical infrastructure and broadcasting capabilities, existing global distribution for esports-related content, growing gaming franchise that includes professional teams, Tier 1 advertising, sponsorship, and business partners. Technology, distribution, and customers. So Polsat is a huge European media and telecommunication company. It's huge in Europe and spends a lot of their time sponsoring events and distributing events along with ESE. So they are also distributing these events via Sling, Watch Free, Samsung TV Plus, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV. These are huge distribution channels. Huge. Key customers: Porsche. I think everyone has heard of them. We're absolutely delighted to have ESE's logo on the Porsche cars and the tracks in Assetto Corsa, on which the best Polish sim racers will compete, said the CEO. Porsche is a company and brand that has been strongly associated with motorsport and competitive racing. Another key customer of theirs is Orlen, an $8 billion market cap company, one of Europe's largest petroleum retailers and refineries with major operations in Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Germany, and the Baltic states, as well as an operation in Canada. That's huge. $8 billion market cap company. Partnership with Nuvei, TSXV EI. Joining forces with global fintech leader. Nuvei has agreed to sponsor ESE's Kick Esports team for the upcoming 2021 season, including jersey logo placement, inclusion in digital assets, and related support, plus providing integration of the company's payment processing technology across ESE's e-commerce and esports channel. This company currently has a valuation of $9.6 billion. So you got $8 billion company, $32 billion company. Look at those distribution channels. $6 billion company. And now another, let's just round it up to a $10 billion company all around this stock. Upcoming growth catalysts. Completed acquisition of Digital Motorsports. ESE completed acquisition of Digital Motorsports in September 2021. A leader in simulation racing, e-commerce, and esports. Working with leading motorsports companies across the world, multiple business synergies. They already closed this acquisition for Frenzy. We're going to be going over that press release. Expand distribution of the league's business. Provide infrastructure for new games, increase opportunities for media rights, and expand revenue from technology. Aggressively pursue acquisition targets. So they're not done, right? These guys are really well capitalized and have zero debt. That's right, folks. Zero debt. So they break down their executive team. I strongly suggest you guys go and check these guys out online. Huge team. Well thought out. Comparables. ESE, $70 million market cap. Keyword Studios, a $3.6 billion market cap. EEG, Esports Entertainment Group, $150 million market cap. Enthusiast Gaming. I think this market cap's a lot bigger after this last push on Friday. I believe that this is a higher number, but $500 million. Motorsport Games, $170 million. The Score, Media and Gaming, a $2.5 billion market cap. So currently, their annual revenue run rate, based on their Q3 2021 updated revenue, is $17 million. A growth rate in revenue of 490%. And a value multiple of only 3.2x. Capital structure. This is at their share price being $113, which I think it's around there right now. They are less than 100 million in terms of their float, 33 million shares, a market cap of 70 million, insider holdings of 40%, and a total shares out of 60 million. They're covered by Canaccord. And let's go into a little of the coverage. Miller Thomson writes articles on different industry sectors, and they wrote one on esports, and I wanted to outline marketing and advertising. Direct brand sponsorship and advertising is the largest revenue stream in esports and accounts for over 40% of the market. Esports sponsorship has attracted big name brands, some of which include Coca-Cola, Nike, and Honda. Esports provides an easy way for marketers to reach millennials and Gen Z, whose combined spending power is projected to surpass $4 trillion within the next decade. This is going to be, and already is, a very, very aggressively maturing industry sector. Deloitte wrote a really interesting article, Let's Play 2021, and specifically outlined the European esports market and broke down their insights fiscally. And This is a pretty interesting breakdown of consumers that are familiar with the term esports and define it correctly. The ones that understand are familiar with the term esports but are unable to define it correctly, and consumers who do not claim to know what esports means. And you'll notice that they break down most of Europe. And you can see Poland is heightenedly educated about what's going on with esports. The Nordics are also, look at these numbers. So these are growing stats. Another interesting growing stat that I like to bring up to everyone is this weekend, ESE held one of the largest esports tournaments online. And they did that on a game that is quite big. And I believe a lot of people know it. And I'm just waiting for this to load up. And there we go. So this weekend, they hosted a tournament for League of Legends. And as you can see here, this is the reach of esports titles and the top 10 titles by reach. FIFA being number 1, League of Legends being number 2, Call of Duty being number 3, Fortnite being number 4, and Call of Duty Warzone being number 5. My son actually plays Valorant, and this game has only been out recently, and it's already number 18. So as you can see here, I play Clash Royale. Wow, number 8. So as you can see here, this space is growing and growing rapidly. And when ESE are hosting tournaments with the number 2 top 10 titles on earth, it doesn't get bigger than that. Great job to the management team. These guys are doing the right things. Now, as you can see here, this is their third quarter 2021 financial statement. Cash balance increased to 9.7 million and 0 debt. Okay? Revenue of 4.23 million for 3 months in the summertime. So this company is really, really doing the right things. We here at the BFN are really excited about these guys. And now let's dive into their most recent press release, which is them acquiring Frenzy. So they acquired an entire broadcasting studio for Counter-Strike World Championship. So not only are they, doing the League of Legends, they're also strategically acquiring assets on other types of gaming franchises. And this was just recently. Again, we encourage everyone here to do your own research on these companies. Now, let's take a look at the stocks, because obviously that's what we're excited about here at the BFN, is helping our investment community. We've been talking about this stock for a little bit of time. I started talking about this around 136 here. It experienced some serious upward movement. And this is the Canadian ticker, ESE. We're also going to be going over the American one. But right now, let's just focus on the Canadian one. And as you can see, it got to a high of around 180. And then it experienced what goes up must come down. We know that here at the BFN. And it's come down now and created some support in the 130s here. And let's see what some of our analysts say of what we can expect on the Canadian ticker. We are looking for ESE to find support at 136 and reverse to the upside. a break below 136, and we can see ESE trade into the 121 price range. Now, let's look at the American ticker here, ENTEF, which it looks like here has been gaining some volume in the recent weeks. And again, obviously it's experienced very similar activity. We need ENTEF to hold 97 cents and look for a rotation back to the 143 area. Ideally, we need 143 to break with volume and push higher into 197, 224, and 236. So here's where we really educate our investment community. And when we talk about securities here on our channel, we want people to know that it's up to you to do your own research and analyze the price action and look to pick up some of these undervalued and undiscovered asset classes on the dips, on the lows. As when they experience price action, it's really cool if you're able to take advantage of that market activity. There's also another way of looking at investments, and that is buying assets like this one and holding as this industry is growing. And when you're looking at those large market caps around sponsorship, partnerships, acquisitions with gaming franchises, and these guys are in the mix with these companies, you could only expect really big things out of ESE. So we here at the BFN are going to be closely keeping coverage on ESE and their developments, as we believe that ESE has potential of cornering this tremendously exciting and expanding market of esports and the live stream economy that it's currently building. Please note, all the information being shared here is for entertainment and educational purposes. We here at the BFN are not licensed financial advisors, and no past performance guarantees future gains or losses. To keep on winning though, you gotta keep on watching. And we appreciate your time here at the BFN. And we encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your alerts. As this is Roger Chowdhury, 10-4, Roger Dat, signing off for the BFN, the Business Financial Network. Stay blessed.